So what's up everybody? This video here is about warm-ups and things like that and the benefits of doing them, because it's very important if you're trying to exercise for the long haul. I had to figure out the hard way myself that if you don't take the proper steps with your exercises and things like that, you will end up setting yourself back in the long run, and that can hurt your progress. So the main goal should be to avoid injury at all costs and kind of follow the recipe for what it is. We all know that there's a way of doing things. You do your warm-up, you do your exercises, you do your cool down. Now, based off what you're doing and your exercise routine and things like that, your warm-ups may be different, and that's okay. So say you're exercising and you're doing more upper body, like more lifting for your chest or for your back. You could use other activities like rowing or boxing and things like that to get warmed up prior to doing those lifts. Now the purpose of me creating this video is to kind of give people who are running or in the process of doing like a leg routine, like a easy little warm-up that you can do to get yourself ready for the exercises. So how will you know that you're ready and that your warm-up was sufficient enough? Your heart rate should be raised. You should have a sweat going, but it shouldn't be anything that's too intense and affects your workout program negatively later on. And let's jump into it. Okay, so we're gonna start off with some A skips. So what you want to do is make sure that you're going opposite arm, opposite leg, and exaggerating that knee raise. And then to make this movement more dynamic, you can go forward with it. And you want to make sure your stance leg is landing beneath your hips and you're going for that mid-foot strike. Next up is B skips. So it's the same concept, bringing opposite arm, opposite leg, and you're just kicking out at the top. Same thing, you can make it more dynamic by going forward, ensuring that you're landing on your midfoot. Next is butt kicks, just bringing your heels up high as you can. And then high knees, same thing, making sure that we're pumping the arms, bringing the legs up, bringing them down as quickly as we can. Then some lateral shuffling. It's always good to work in multiple planes because, as people and as athletes and things like that, like a lot of movements are multi-planar. So we want to work in that sagittal, frontal, and transverse plane. Here we're doing some Cariocas. It's just bringing one leg over, then bringing the other leg over that one. So it's like same concept. You're working in that frontal plane with a little bit of rotation in the hips. Now we're doing some hip external rotation, tapping the insides of the foot, kind of warm up the hip joints a little bit more. And then more for the hamstrings, the back of the legs. You want to make sure you're good and mobile. So we're doing some toe touches. Now there's tons of variations you can do with this stuff. This one is you're just reaching down for the toes, having your toe pointed up towards you, and framing the outside of the legs with your hands. So it's kind of like an active a hamstring and calf stretch. Alright, now squats. This is always another good one. Ensuring that you're going at least to 90 degrees. I mean, everybody's a little bit different. If you have a previous injury or something like that limiting you, just do what you can within your available range. You want to make sure your knees are tracking with your second toe and that they're not caving in or going like bowing way far out. And that your feet are at least, shoulder width, maybe even more if you need it apart. Everybody's hips are a little bit different, so it's going to look a little different between individuals. This one, we're just using a band, placing it around the legs. The higher it is, the easier it's going to be. The lower it is, it's going to be a little bit tougher because you have that longer lever. And this is the same thing, you're working the outside of the hips. So you're working primarily like the glute med, And this is something that we use like when we're running to stabilize our hips, so that way they're not like, you don't have like a hip drop or anything like that. Reduce your risk of like injury and things like that. So now we're doing skip for height. Just driving the knee up, getting up as high as you can. And then this one is skipping for distance. Same concept, except you're just going further out now. Skipping as far as you can. Jump roping is a staple, you know. Alright, so this video again was more about just warming up, making sure that you're getting your body ready for the exercises that you're about to do. I'm going to create like a little like series, and we're going to be doing like talking about how to exercise different body parts like your back, chest, arms, shoulders, legs, and different simple little routines that you can use to help make your workout programs more efficient. And that's a wrap. Thank you for watching the video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Have a good day.